Okay, so hey everybody, my name is Alexander and I'm part of the youth team at WWF and I'll tell you a story of youth entrepreneurship. So WWF is environmental NGO, the biggest one in the world, and it has a Bulgarian office as well. Some of you might know it as the organization with the Panda. This is the most recognizable part, but we have a lot of different activities that we do that are not only related to bears and stuff. So 4 years ago, my colleagues decided that they want to work with youth. Okay, that's, sounds okay, youth are fun, youth are great, but then one question comes up. Why? Why would you deal with this stuff when you're trying to save the world, and bring about change? This is me. I didn't dare to use other people's photos, but you can imagine. So, well, the answer is complicated, but for an environmental NGO, it comes down to, so we don't have to deal with all of this stuff. Youth are the people who will take the big decisions tomorrow, business decisions, political decisions, and we want them to take these decisions with care for nature. They don't need to be ambassadors. Nature, they don't need to work with us or for us. We just really don't want to experience this stuff more and with greater severity. Well, yeah. So the issue with working with youth is that, these challenges might seem too big for them to tackle. Even for me as a person working for WWF, when you see a flood or a firestorm that even the firefighters cannot manage, you're like, okay, but what can I do? I'm a single person, even when you're at school, you're like, yeah, this is all messed up. Might as well lose hope and, play video games all day. The world's gonna end, so... but the issue is that youth are not engaged with in the correct way for them to be engaged with these topics. All they see is these disastrous pictures, and at school they feel like this. When they are learning about nature conservation or biology or whatever, it's usually just facts and learn this by heart. You need it eventually. Yeah, but how many of you know the Krebs cycle from biology classes right now? One person at the back, great. They are much greater at learning like this. You can open ChatGPT, you have all the information out there at your fingertips, and you can ask it, explain quantum mechanics like Snoop Dogg to me, and it will. With some level of accuracy, So the issue is that there are ways to engage youth that are way more fun than the standard teaching experience. And this is what my colleagues wanted to do with nature conservation, because it's still kind of underdeveloped in Bulgaria. And how do we do that? Well, we try to make it look as close to them as possible. So our answer to this question was Panda Labs, our entrepreneurship program for young people, which has a sustainability spin on it. So Panda Labs is basically an entry-level program for young people between 15 to 25, where they can see how a person can start their own business without having any prior experience or knowledge on it. It consists of different semesters on different topics, like the future of mobility, future of food, future of water, all topics that, contain challenges that we have to tackle. The water supply, the food waste, food production, everything like this. Yes, these are big challenges, but we aim to present them in a more manageable way to young people. And we aim to create an environment for them using specific real-world problems. So at our programs, we have cases, and the cases are developed by experts. And young people can basically see how they can engage with food waste or any of the other topics. And the interesting thing is that they do it by making something themselves. They start a venture, a business, and they can not only, save the world, but they can also make it they can do it their own way. some numbers. We've so far given out 30,000 euros of grants for young people, which is also a big part of the program. Letting them make financial decisions at this age is also something that they can never experience usually in their life. So it's a great learning experience. But some other numbers here: 11 semesters so far in 4 years, more than 600 participants, and we managed to reach every part of the country, basically, with more than 50 towns and small villages that we have participants from. Time for breathing, okay. But the goal of the program is not to make the next billionaire or to make the next unicorn or whatever. It's an entry-level program. And the thing that we want to do is to ignite the spark of entrepreneurship in young people, to show them that they can actually make an impact with their own, by their own methods and their own resources. And this is what they look like. Our participants, they are really fun from all places around the country. And the most important thing to us is not their ideas or their businesses succeeding or making them, super successful entrepreneurs. What we want to see is these people taking hold of the opportunities that life presents them with, and looking at problems not as something that you have to complain about, but something that you can change and actively work on. And igniting this spark is actually how this program makes change. And it's not really easy to quantify, but it's how I'm able to speak to you today. I was also a participant in that program a couple of years ago. And yeah, that's how life happens. Thank you.